Namaskar, sisters, brothers of India and the world. Good morning. First of all, I would like to thank to the organizing committee, honorable chief guest, speakers, eminent academicians, researchers, scientists, young scholars from across the world, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Just to start with our cultural heritage, Sanskrit sloka, Ano Bhadra Kartavo Yanto Vishwataha. Let noble thought come from all around the dimensions for the new incarnations, for the new knowledge, for the new frontiers. This Sanskrit sloka is the true essence of today's gathering on International Conference on Multidisciplinary Research and Practices. Indeed, it's a matter of great pride and privilege for me to address this learned gathering of Indian and the world icons in the field of science, technology and research. I feel that you all individuals are true architect and messenger of science and technology along with the research and innovations across the world. Today I feel proud that I am on the land of Gujarat, not physically, virtually. We are all on the land of centuries. Yuga Purusha, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, whose architectural design reincarnated the Indian ancient pride. Wonder that was India. And now we are one nation. When we look at his ardent personality, people say he was Iron Man in his time, but I have different views and perception. He was Iron Man with mind of steel. Congrats to be the part of this holy and great land of Gujarat in India. Let me come to my scholarly speech on today's conference theme. Though time is very limited and could not be able to talk more on the hardcore technology research and innovation in which I have been involved in since last 21 years. Normally during my keynote speeches across the world, I talk on hardcore technology, research findings, but today I am not going to talk on core technology. Rather, I will talk and share my philosophical views for multidisciplinary research, which is the theme of today's conference. Well, if you look at the disciplinary boundaries of today's science and technology, it has been abolished or blurred today. The research and innovations are today either multidisciplinary or cross-disciplinary. Here, one of the most important catalysts behind this whole dynamic exercise is the convergence. Look, 525 BC, Heraclitus of Ephesus narrated long back. He said that nothing is permanent in this universe except change. Everything will change. You will change. I will change. Universe will change. So change is the universal law of the nature. Change will only the permanent in nature. Change is the true catalyst of these multidisciplinary research and innovations today. If we look at common law of nature, change is the first pillar, which is always opposed by the law of inertia, Newton's law. After a long struggle, they compromise, means change and inertia compromise and create a new state of science and technology, and that is called equilibrium. And after the equilibrium, again the state of convergence comes into existence. For example, look, 1943, Thomas Watson of IBM, chairman, he stated that I think there is a world market for maybe 5 computers enough. What's today? Is it enough? No. In 1981, Microsoft chairman Bill Gates stated 640 kilobyte memory ought to be enough for a person. Do you think? Is it enough? You are having mobile devices with more than gigabytes of memories, exponentially increasing day by day. It means we are determined to change, and this is called theory of determinism. If we look at the theory of determinism, it has 2 pillars again. technological determinism and the sociological determinism. Society has been trying to change the technology for their comfort, business and ambitions. Another way, technology is also trying to change the society according to its own philosophy, according to its own practices and innovations. Likewise, for example, social media, revolutionary communications over the cloud. We are talking about the fogs. We are talking about the pervasive computing. We are talking about the several kinds of computing. We all are doing or adopting convergence in our social and professional lives every day. I have studied in my school and college that science and research was having only two pillars at that time: theory and experiment. But today, every researcher is doing computations extensively, adopting computational tools and technologies, whether he belongs to social science, whether he belongs to physics, chemistry, mathematics, water technology, civil engineering, architecture, what's not. What is this? We all are adopting computing as a third pillar. And therefore now science has three pillars. And they are theory, experiment and computations. Who is the catalyst of computations? Computer or IT? So what's the convergence? What do we understand by the convergence? Basically, it's the interlinking of disparate and isolated disciplines to come closer and develop with a mutual cooperation, understanding for mutual benefits and betterments. Convergence evolves new frontiers of technologies for cross-boundary knowledge and disciplines today. Look, when biology converged with IT, bioinformatics comes into existence. When IT converged into chemistry, chemoinformatics. When IT converged into hydrology, hydroinformatics come into existence. When IT is converged into business informatics comes into existence. Means IT is trying to abolish the disciplinary boundaries. And there are a lot of convergences. If I will talk on the different kind of convergences, maybe it will take whole day. For example, technological convergence, communication convergence, media convergence, messaging convergence, vertical convergence, horizontal convergence, payload convergence, protocol convergence, physical convergence, derived convergence, applied convergence, whatnot. Since 1970, when I was born, up to 2020, after 3-4 years, I am predicting that the technological communication and computational landscape will totally be changed. We're talking today on Internet of Things. We are talking today net neutrality. We are talking today sixth sense technology. We are talking today fog computing, clouds. Next paradigm is fog computing. I will not be able to cover, but what will be the revolutionized change in the society? We cannot predict today. Anyways, I would like to invite you all learned fraternity to join hands for cross-disciplinary or multidisciplinary research to create new frontiers, new domains, new knowledge, and creatively through convergence. Do not try, do not say, do not perceive, do not think that you are in physics, you cannot do in research in IT. Don't think that you are IT person and you cannot do the research in mathematics or business. Come closer for mutual betterment. Finally, I express my gratitude from bottom of my heart to the organizing committee, especially to Dr. Verma, Mr. Arora for providing me such opportunity to speak with you all eminent icons, budding technocrats and researchers. Indeed, I am grateful to all of you and wish you all the best for scholarly and scientific discussions on your research findings to make this event mega success. Good luck and God bless you all. Oh.